Hello everyone, this side your educator Praveena Pava. Today we will be covering class 11th topic and chapter that is quality, and it is written by John Galsworthy. So beginning with, in the starting of the lines of the prose, poet is saying that he knew someone when he was so young. He was 14 years old and he knew them as they used to make his father's boot. तो शुरू में बताता है पोएट कि वो एक ऐसे जने को जानता है जो उसके पापा के बूट्स बनाया करते थे. Two brothers used to run this business and they made two little shops into the one. So वो लोग एक शॉप चलाया करते थे एंड उसमें क्या था, दो रूम्स को, दो डिपार्टमेंट को एक में कंपाइल करके दो रूम को एक शॉप बना दिया गया था. देयर इज़ अ वर्ड in the third line you can see that is tenement. Tenement means division of building into separate rooms. It means division of building into separate rooms. It didn't seem like they have had made many of the shoes for the royal family. उन्होंने कभी बहुत सारे रॉयल फैमिली के लिए शूज़ बनाए हों, ऐसा कभी लगा नहीं. And they have their own name of the shop. The name of the shop was Gessler Brother. बेटा जो शॉप का नाम था, जो दो दुकानों को एक दुकान में बनाया गया था, दैट नेम ऑफ द शॉप वाज गेस्लर ब्रदर. एंड फ्यू पेयर ऑफ शूज़ वर केप्ट इन द डिस्प्ले विंडो. अब जो आगे विंडो देख सकते हो, जैसे विंडो दिख रही है आपको यहाँ पे, इसमें 2-3 shoes रखे हुए in a similar fashion, and in that shop that shoes were kept in the display window. जैसे if you visit any market place तो आप देखते हो ना shoes वगैरह की shop पे बाहर display होता है. In the similar fashion it was done in this shop also. Further, he says, it always made me troubling when I used to think about the shoes that were there on the display window. Now, the author John Galsworthy is saying that it was always troubling for me कि ऐसे shoes आगे रखे होते थे. And what was the reason that troubled him was as he only used to make the shoes on orders, and I used to think that maybe he has bought them to showcase. Now these Gessler brothers, what they used to do, they only used to take the shoes make the shoes on orders. जो orders पे shoes होते थे वो सिर्फ वही बनाते थे. They don't used to keep it ऐसे बिल्कुल एकदम जैसे आप shops पे जाते हो एकदम सजा के रखे जाते हैं. It doesn't happen that time. In their shop what used to happen, they used to take pre-orders. जैसे आप कभी have you seen that you go to tailor, आप अपना प्री ऑर्डर देते हो, नहीं ऐसे बनेगा ऐसे बनेगा. इन द सिमिलर फैशन गेस्लर ब्रदर्स यूज्ड टू वर्क. एंड ऑल्सो इट वॉज अनइमेजिनेबल. बहुत अनइमेजिनेबल सी सिचुएशन होती थी कि भाई एकदम से ऐसे कोई आके एकदम दे साइज और वो बिल्कुल परफेक्ट पेयर ऑफ बूट्स बनाते थे. एंड इट वॉज रियली अनइमेजिनेबल दैट दे यूज टू मेक सो परफेक्टली. Now the world in here you can see is inconceivable. What is the meaning of inconceivable? Inconceivable means unimaginable. That was unimaginable, and that whatsoever he made wasn't like it won't fit. It used to fit very well. Whatever the shoes, whatever the boots they used to receive the order for, they used to fit perfectly, and it was really unimaginable, inconceivable that how perfectly they used to fit. And the two brothers never tolerated the shoes that weren't made from their leather. Shoes used to be very nice, quality was very good. They were long, made up of good leather, glowy होते थे, बहुत shining करते थे. And if they were new, अगर एकदम नए नए तुमने ताज़े ताज़े खरीदे, even the quality of the shoes used to so much, इतनी सुंदर, इतनी अच्छी होती थी क्वालिटी की शूज़ की, that a person can even wear it for 100 years. उसको 100 साल तक पहना जा सकता था. As I told you, the author was 14 years old when he used to go to the shop, and one day he even asked, वो एक दिन तो ये भी पूछ लेता है John Galsworthy Mr. Gessler से, isn't it awful hard to do Mr. Gessler? He asked कि what is the meaning of awful? बेटा awful का मतलब होता है extremely. Awful means extremely. Even one day he asked Mr. Gessler that क्या ये इतना मुश्किल नहीं होता बनाना? Then he replied, आपकी बुक में दिया हुआ है, देखो ध्यान से, वेयर इज इट एंड आर्डिट. So it means it's an art. Mr. Gessler replied to his question that it's an art. Making of boots is an art. There is a word used that is youthful foot. Youthful foot means when is showing that the child, John Galsworthy was a young boy when he used to visit that place, Mr. Gessler's shop, and he has a youthful foot. जो यंग बच्चे का पैर होता है उसको यूथफुल फुट कहेंगे. नाउ फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट स्टैंजा ऑथर डिस्क्राइब्स द अपीयरेंस ऑफ मिस्टर गेस्लर की अपीयरेंस बताई गई है. लिटिल ही वॉज सो लिटिल दैट इवन इट सीम्स लाइक ही सेल्फ मेड फ्रॉम द लेदर. ऐसा लगता था वो खुद ही भैया लेदर से बने हुए हैं, चमड़े से बने हुए हैं. ही वॉज सो लिटिल. ही हैड येलो क्रिंकली फेस. वट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ क्रिंकली बेटा? क्रिंकली मीन्स रिंकल्स. क्रिंकली मीन्स रिंकल्स. ही हैड रेडिश हेयर एंड बियर्ड. जो उनकी बियर्ड थी वो भी रेड कलर की थी और उनके जो हेयर थे वो भी रेडिश कलर के थे. एंड हिज आइज वर ऑफ ग्रे ब्लू कलर. His eyes were of grey blue color. So in appearance part we studied that he was little, as if it seems like he was self-made from leather. He had yellow crinkly face. Crinkly means wrinkles. He had reddish reddish beard and hair. And his eyes were of which color? His eyes were of grey and grey blue color. Even his elder brother looked same, and the author defines that in his young days he used to get confused between the two, that who is younger brother, who is the brother who is elder. So both जो दोनों की शक्लें होती हैं both appearance were almost same. So the author used to get confused between the two. टिल द टाइम ही टुक एन इंटरव्यू. जब उसकी अच्छे से उनसे बात होने लगती है तब उसको समझ में आता है कि छोटा भाई कौन सा है एंड हु इज़ द बिग बी. And I came to know who was young and who was elder when he used to say, I will ask my brother. There is a word used that is BRUDDER. Brother means brother. BROTHER. So he says that when one of the Mr. Gessler used to say that I will ask Mr. Gessler, that means the younger brother is talking. And if the person would say that okay, I will give it to you by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, then I came to know that it was the elder brother who is dealing with me. And also Mr. Gessler's boot lasted for so long that if it wasn't possible for someone to be his regular client. So I told you the quality of the shoes were so superb. The chapter's name is quality, so it is all based on the quality that he provided to his customers. That was so good that even if you wish to go, अब आपके पास आपने कोई चीज़ खरीद ली, suppose let's take an example, you are wearing a mask और आपका वो अच्छे से चल रहा है, so you won't go to the shop to buy again till the time your mask won't dispose. जब तक वो ख़राब नहीं होगा, फट नहीं जाएगा, खो नहीं जाएगा, तब तक you won't visit that shop again, right? So in the similar fashion, no one visited his shop again and again because the quality of the shoes was so nice. Further, the author says that like we go into shops and say, let's take an example that if you go to a shop and you want to take anything, you just go and sit there and say, please give me the service so that I can leave and pay the bill. But this wasn't the case in the Gessler's shop. What used to happen? Whenever someone goes to that shop, everything was so restful, everything was so peaceful. It was all in slow motion, हम कह सकते हैं. For here in the book, church example is quoted. For example, if you go to church, you go there, you meditate, you sit on the wooden chairs. In the similar way, when someone visited Mr. Gessler's shop, it was so calm. Everyone used to sit, wait, अपना लंबे से इंतजार कर रहे हैं, वो भी कोई और काम करते हुए आ रहे हैं. So this was the situation that used to take place. When you go to the shop, you have the time to sit and you can smell the soothing smell of leather. वहाँ पे leather की खुशबू आती थी because it was a business street that was of boots. So obviously boots are made of leather. And in the shop you can see that his face or his elder brother's face. You can see that whether the elder brother will be there or the younger one. I hope it's clear till here. Now next. what is the meaning of guttural sound? Guttural sound, the very first word you can say, guttural sound means harsh sound. So also you can listen the guttural sound, you can also listen the harsh sound that used to come in the shop. There was a tip tap sound. He used to stand out without coat in a leather apron and sleeves folded up, and he used to keep blinking his eyes, and it seemed like that he has just awake from the dream, or the owl who has been surprised by seeing the daylight. Now he says that when someone used to visit the shop, एक तो पहले वहाँ पे गटरल सी साउंड आती थी, हार्श सी आवाज़ आ रही होती थी. There was a sound of tip tap tip tap. If you have ever seen a cobbler, मोची को आपने कभी देखा हो तो वो ठोक रहा होता है. From the hammer he used to tap something जो उस पे शूज़ को सही कर रहा होता है. So obviously it was a shop of making boots. So tip tap sound used to come there, and he used to stand without coat. Coat नहीं पहना होता था. He just used to wear an apron, और नीचे से जो भी उन्होंने t-shirt shirt whatsoever he was wearing, it was also sleeved up. उसको fold करके जो हाथ से sleeves होती हैं, that wasn't buttoned up but it was folded. वो folded होती थी. And he used to blink his eyes. उनकी जो आंखें थी वो झपकती रहती थी. They used to blink again and again, और ऐसा लगता था, it seemed like that he has just waken up from the dream, कि वो अभी सपनों से उठे हैं. या फिर ऐसा लगता था कि जैसे we know that owl wakes up in the night and sleeps in the daylight, but it seems like इनके केस में ऐसा लगता था कि जैसे एकदम owl नींद से उठ गया है and he is seeing the daylight. वो daylight देख रहा है और उसकी आंख टिमटिमा रही है. That is twinkling. Or it also seemed like someone has annoyed him from the interruption. Now किसी ने उनकी बातों में ऐसा बीच में घुस के बोलने लगा है कि अब उनको बहुत annoyed है कि वो बस अपने आंखें झपकाए जा रहे हैं. ऐसी 3 सिचुएशन उनको लगती थी कि कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा हो गया है when he used to blink his eyes. Then he used to ask him, "How are you, Mr. Gessler? And could you make me a pair of leather boots?" Now, who used to ask him? Mr. John Galsworthy, the author of the author of the chapter, used to ask him that, "Could you make me a pair of shoe? And how are you?" And he would have just listened and moved to the other part of the shop without speaking. And soon when he come back, he used to hold a gold brown leather. By looking at the leather, he would say, "What a beautiful piece." There is a word that is mentioned, piece, B-I-E-C-E. Piece means बेटा piece. Beautiful भी लिखा हुआ है आप लोग की इसमें थोड़ी उनको बताया गया है that he wasn't good at speaking. जो उनका vocabulary pronunciation था, that wasn't very good. So बताया गया कैसे कि beautiful बोलते थे, piece बोलते थे. So beautiful, it's piece. So now whenever he used to say, "How are you, Mr. Gessler? Could you please make me a pair of shoe?" He used to just go away to the another part of the shop. दूसरी तरफ चले जाते थे. वो उसका रिप्लाई तक नहीं करते थे. And when he used to come back with the leather in his hand. अपने हाथ में एक लेदर का चमड़े का टुकड़ा लेके आते थे. That was of gold brown color. एक कलर स्पेसिफाई कर दिया जो लेदर का होता था. And by looking at the leather, he would say कि what a beautiful piece, कितना अच्छा, कितना सुंदर पीस है. Then he asked me, "When do you want?" And I used to reply, "Whenever you can give me at your convenience." क्लियर. सो वो उनसे पूछते थे कि तुम्हें ये शूज़ कब चाहिए, कब तुम्हारा ऑर्डर तैयार हो जाना चाहिए. देन द ऑथर यूज टू रिप्लाई दैट जब भी आप कन्वीनियंट हो प्रोवाइड करने में, देन यू कैन प्रोवाइड मी. एंड इफ मिस्टर गेस्लर वुड रिप्लाई, "ओके, आई विल गिव इट to you by tomorrow or some other day," then that means the elder brother is speaking. And if the reply would be that, "Okay, let me ask my brother," then that means the younger Mr. Gessler was there who was dealing with Mr. Author. Then I would say, "Thank you, good morning," or whatsoever he used to greet him. Mr. Gessler then would reply, "Good morning." There is a word that is mentioned, that is good morning, GOOTMORNING. He would say good morning, and while speaking also he kept on looking at the piece of the leather. That defines that he doesn't used to do eye to eye contact with anyone. even the author, and he would just look at those piece only, वहीं से वो उसको देखता रहता था हाथ में और वहीं से रिप्लाई कर देता हाँ हाँ भाई गुड मॉर्निंग, ऐसा हो गया. ठीक है, clear. And there is a last line that is mentioned, then placing my foot on a piece of paper he would 2 or 3 times tickle the outer edge with a pencil and passes his nerves fingers over my toes, feeling himself in the heart of my equipment. Now that means that he used to take the size, वो पेपर पे उसको करके क्या उसको पूरा उसका मार्क लेते थे, दैट व्हाट इज़ द साइज ऑफ द फुट, एंड उसको टिकल करते थे. ऑब्वियसली पेंसिल से जब ले रहे होंगे तो टिकलिंग थोड़ी सी होती होगी, और वो पूरा उसका इम्प्रेशन ले लेते थे. आई होप टिल हियर इट्स क्लियर. मूविंग ऑन. Now the author says that he can't forget the day when he said that the last pair of the shoe that he bought creaked. Now what is the meaning of creaked, beta? Creaked means something that is not moving smoothly or making noise. We can say when you have bought anything that is not functioning well or that is making noise. आपके if you suppose you have bought any shoes and while moving बहुत ज़्यादा आवाज़ कर रहे हैं, so in that context you can take. So he says that जो वो मिस्टर गेस्लर से कह देता है कि जो मैंने लास्ट पेयर ऑफ शूज़ खरीदे थे दैट डिडंट वर्क वेल एंड दे क्रीक्ड, एंड ही सेड इट वाज द फर्स्ट टाइम मिस्टर गेस्लर लुक्ड इनटू हिज आईज एंड सेड इट शुडेंट हैव क्रीक्ड. अब वो क्रीक्ड को ग्रीक्ड प्रोनाउंस करते हैं. सो ही सेज that was the first time Mr. Kessler ने मुझे देखा. He never used to look at me. He only used to look at the leather piece and all. So at this was the very first time he looked at me and said वो creak कर ही नहीं सकते. It shouldn't have creaked. Then I answered effortlessly, वो डरते हुए फिर भी बोल देता है that it did. हाँ वो तब भी किए हैं. He also felt sorry that he shouldn't have said. After the conversation, Mr. Kessler asked him to send them back. It's ZENDDEMBACK. That means send them back. Mr. Gessler says to him that okay fine, if it creaked तो आप मेरे को वापस भेज देना, send them back. Then I felt the sorrowful long curiosity that he must be waiting for those shoes for so long. That means that it was the very first time that someone would have complained. वो इतने shocked थे कि ऐसा कैसे हो गया, मेरे shoes खराब कैसे निकल आए, how come they creaked. So the author says I can feel that curiosity that he would be waiting for those shoes for long time, कि जल्दी से आए मैं उनको देखूं ऐसा कैसे हो गया, मेरे हाथ से गलती कैसे हो गई and all. Then he says that some boots are bad from birth only, and if I wouldn't be able to repair them I will take off your bill. Now he says कि कुछ जो जूते होते हैं उनकी पैदाइशी ख़राब होती है, बेकार होते हैं, उनको बनाओ शुरू से तभी वो बेकार निकलते हैं. But he also added that I will try to repair them, but if I wouldn't be able to repair them, वो मैं सही नहीं कर पाऊँगा तो मैं आपके बिल को वापस कर दूँगा. Whatever the amount you have paid me, I will give it back to you. Also further he adds, only once I went to the shop when I was wearing the shoe that I bought from some other firm in emergency, and that day he took my order even without showing me any leather, and I could feel that his eyes were stuck on inferior integument. Now he says that is the skin of my foot. Inferior integument उसकी पैरों की skin को देखता रहता है. Now he says there was a time, मुझे याद है जब मैं उनकी शॉप पे एक बार घुस गया था and I was wearing the pair of shoe that wasn't of his shop. वो किसी और दुकान किसी और फॉर्म से मैंने ख़रीदा होता है. एंड दैट टू आई बॉट इन इमरजेंसी. कोई उसकी इमरजेंसी पड़ गई होगी, कहीं उसके शूज़ टूट गए होंगे, एनी सिचुएशन वुड हैव हैपेंड. सो उसने ख़रीद लिया फटाफट और वो उस दिन वही शूज़ उनकी शॉप पे पहन के चला गया. एंड दैट वाज द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम ही रिमेंबर कि उन्होंने उसके शू का ऑर्डर ले भी लिया बट उसको लेदर भी नहीं दिखाई. दैट ही डिडंट इवन शो द लेदर टू हिम, और उनकी आंखें उसके पैरों पे गड़ी हुई थी. दैट आईज वर स्टक ऑन इन्फीरियर इंट्यूगमेंट. एंड मे बी एंडेड हिज पेशेंस एंड सेड नाउ मिस्टर गेस्लर एंडेड हिज पेशेंस. उसके पैरों को घूरते रहते हैं और एकदम अपना उनका जब पेशेंट का बाहर एकदम टूट जाता है, देन मिस्टर गेस्लर सेड टू हिम दोज आरंट माई बूट्स. Now he says that those aren't my boots. it is mentioned those DOSE are not NOD my boots BOODS. So that means those are not my boots, Mr. Gessler said. But this tone wasn't of anger, sorrow, contempt, but something was there that froze his blood. That means जो वो बोलते हैं ना those aren't my shoes, तो जो ऑथर हैं जॉन गैल्सवर्दी says that ऐसा नहीं लग रहा था कि उनकी आवाज़ में गुस्सा भरा हुआ है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा सैड फील कर रहे हैं. There is a word contempt. What is the meaning of contempt? Contempt बेटा मतलब होता है hatred. Contempt means hatred. But there was something जो उनका खून बिल्कुल उनका फ्रोज हो गया था, एकदम रुक गया था उनका खून, वो ऐसे हो गए थे. Then he hold my left leg finger and told, is that hurting you there? And there these big companies don't have any self respect. And what he did, जब उसने वो दूसरी फॉर्म वाले शूज़ पहने होते हैं, वो उसका पैर लेफ्ट की तरफ से पकड़ लेते हैं एकदम टाइट से. एंड ही सेज that is these shoes pair of shoe hurting you here? तो वो जब तक रिप्लाई कुछ करता ही वो कहते हैं these big companies have no self respect. इनके पास कोई सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट ही नहीं है. And it was the first time I heard that he was speaking about the hardships that he faced in his business. Now when he says ना कि तुम्हारे पैर में ऐसे दर्द वर्द तो नहीं हो रही इस वाले पेयर ऑफ शू में, मतलब he wants to say that these are not of good quality. वो सही में अच्छी क्वालिटी के नहीं होंगे, तभी वो उससे कहता है कि these boots are hurting you and these big companies have no self respect. मतलब कुछ भी बेच देते हैं at any cost, they sell anything. Then this was the very first time John Galsworthy says that he listened that Mr. Gessler ने अपनी दुख बताया. He shared something that what are the problems, what are the hardships that he faced in business. Now Mr. Gessler adds, they take it all by advertisements, not by work, and we are who suffer gradually and our clients are declining. Now he says कि ये लोग सारा एडवर्टाइजमेंट कर करके अपनी चीज़ें ले लेते हैं और ऐसा है नहीं कि इनकी क्वालिटी बहुत अच्छी होती है. दे टेक इट ऑल बाय एडवर्टाइजमेंट नॉट बाय वर्क. काम वाम करते नहीं, बस एडवर्टाइजमेंट लगाते हैं बाहर एंड दे टेक इट. एंड ड्यू टू दिस वी पीपल आर सफरिंग. हमारा ग्रेजुअल डिक्लाइन हो रहा है, हमारे कस्टमर डिक्लाइन हो रहे हैं. उनको सस्ते में वहाँ मिलता है, जो पुअर क्वालिटी मिलती है जाते हैं खरीदते हैं. एंड वी पीपल आर लूजिंग आर कस्टमर्स. सो आई होप टिल हियर इट्स क्लियर. Okay, so moving on to the next slide, you can see, as I told you that he told that there were some hardships, there were some problems that he were facing in his business. And for the first time author saw the bitter truth of his efforts. वो सुन के पहली बार उसको समझ में आता है वो कितने efforts डालता है, कितनी सच्चाई है उसके काम में. And also this time author saw some of the grey hair in his red beard. I told you उनकी appearance कैसी थी, उनके red hair थे. He had red beard. But this time when he told about his hardships, his problem in his business, he saw that there were many grey hairs. उसके जो beard थी, उनकी जो दाढ़ी थी, उसमें grey hairs भी थे, hair भी थे. That means that he was growing old. He was paying lots of effort in his business. I tried to explain him why I bought these boots in emergency. Now here author is saying that I tried. मैंने उनको समझाने की भी कोशिश की कि why did I bought this boots. There is a word you can see that I explained the circumstances of the purchase of those ill-omened boots. What is the ill-omened boots means? Means bad fitted. BADFATED. That means emergency में बस ऐसी बुरी किस्मत थी कि मैंने ये खरीद लिए. But his face and voice was deep that it left an impression that I ordered many pair of boots and they lasted so very nicely and so very well that I can't visit that shop for 2 years. Now he says that those quality, the quality of those boots were so. पहले वो बोलता है कि हाँ कि जब उसने बोला कि मैंने ये कब भैया ख़रीद लिए, अब मैं कैसे उनको समझाने की कोशिश की, बट उनकी वॉइस में इतना लो था, दैट वाज सो डीप दैट दे समथिंग वाज हर्टिंग मी कि मैंने उनसे क्यों नहीं ख़रीदे. तो वो क्या करता है, ही ऑर्डर्ड मेनी पेयर ऑफ शू, वो बहुत सारे जूतों के ऑर्डर दे देता है, एंड इवन दैट क्वालिटी उन सारे पेयर ऑफ शू की इतनी अच्छी होती है कि वो 2 साल तक तो उनको विजिट ही नहीं कर पाता, उनसे मिलने ही नहीं जा पाता और ऑर्डर देने जा ही नहीं पाता. And what happened then when the author visited him after 2 years, he was surprised to see that one part of the shop was with someone else, and they also used to make same pair of shoe for royal families. Now the ambience of the shop was more darker than any time, and the tip tap started to begin. Now the author says that when I visited that shop after 2 years, जब 2 साल बाद मुझे मौका मिला वहाँ जाने का, I visited that shop, I saw that I told you there were 10 men, 2 shops को एक में कंपाइल अप किया हुआ था. तो एट दैट टाइम वन शॉप वॉज नॉट विद मिस्टर गेस्लर्स, बोर्ड वॉज नॉट देयर ऑफ मिस्टर गेस्लर ऑन 2 शॉप, रादर इट वॉज ऑन द 1 शॉप, एंड 1 शॉप वॉज सोल्ड टू समवन एल्स, वो किसी और को बेच दी गई थी. एंड दे ऑल्सो यूज टू मेक पेयर ऑफ शूज, बूट्स ऐसे ही बनाते थे, एंड रॉयल फैमिली के लिए बूट्स बनाते थे. एंड द ऑथर सेज द एम्बियंस ऑफ द शॉप और थोड़ा डल सा हो गया था, डार्कनेस थी रूम में, एंड टिप टैप साउंड भी आती रहती थी. देन ही लुक्ड विद रस्टी आयरन स्पेक्टिकल्स एंड सेड, मिस्टर इजंट इट नाउ, व्हाट्स द मीनिंग, दैट जो मिस्टर गेस्लर थे वो अपने जो आयरन रस्टेड होती है, मतलब जो उसकी स्पेक्ट्स थे उन पे जंग लग चुकी थी. एंड ही सेड मिस्टर ऐसे करके देखते हैं, एंड वो पहचान ही नहीं पाते, मतलब वो नाम नहीं बोलते. Then the author said, Mr. Gessler, author says, क्या Mr. Gessler, वो स्टैमर हकलाते हुए थोड़ा सा बोलते हैं, to speak with difficulty is the meaning of stammer. Then the author said, you know what, your boots are of too good quality and can you see them. Now वो अपने शूज़ जो पहना होता है उस समय उनको दिखाता है कि देखो कितनी अच्छी क्वालिटी के आपके शूज़ हैं. And Mr. Gessler replied, yes, but it seems like people don't want to wear good quality shoe or boots. Now he says दैट ठीक है चलो तुम्हारे तो अच्छे हैं, बट लोग तो ऐसे हैं कि उनको लगता है कि अच्छी क्वालिटी शूज़ पहनने की आदत ही नहीं है. नाउ टू चेंज द टॉपिक, ऑथर सेड, व्हाट हैव यू डन टू योर शॉप, क्या किया आपने दुकान को, ये तो एक साइड बिक गया. व्हाट हैज़ हैपेंड, मिस्टर गेस्लर रिप्लाइड, इट वॉज टू एक्सपेंसिव टू अफोर्ड. नाउ मिस्टर गेस्लर सेज कि वो बहुत महंगी पड़ रही थी, तभी वी सोल्ड दैट एंड एडेड, डू यू वांट सम बूट्स. नाउ द मिस्टर गेस्लर सेज, टॉपिक बदलने के लिए सेज कि क्या आपको कुछ बूट्स चाहिए. देर इज़ अ वर्ड एक्सपेंसिव दिया हुआ है, इट वॉज टू एक्सपेंसिव. एक्सपेंसिव मीन्स बेटा एक्सपेंसिव, महंगी. मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Then author asked Mr. Gessler, how are you? Mr. Gessler came close to him and looked at him and said, I am well, but he added slowly that my elder brother is dead now. Now what happened कि वो कहता है हाँ शूज़ तो चाहिए, but how are you Mr. Gessler. Then Mr. Gessler उसके पास आते हैं कि हाँ मैं तो ठीक हूँ, but वो slowly थोड़ी सी लो वॉइस में बोलते हैं, my elder brother is dead, जो मेरा बड़ा भाई है, जो Gessler brother में the elder one is dead now. John Galsworthy said, oh I am sorry. वो कहते वो अपना दुख दिखाते हैं, that oh I am sorry. Then Mr. Gessler said he was a good man and he used to make good boots, and then he touched his head top where very less number of hair were left and said, I suppose that the cause of death was that he could not get over the shop that was sold to someone. Now he says दैट मिस्टर गेस्लर के जो भाई होते हैं वही बोलते हैं कि ही वॉज रियली अ गुड मैन, वो बहुत अच्छे बूट्स बनाते थे, और वो ये अपना सर पे हाथ रखते हुए बोलते हैं जहाँ पे बहुत ही कम नंबर के कम बाल बचे होते हैं, वेरी लेस नंबर ऑफ हेयर वर लेफ्ट, एंड सेड दैट आई सपोज, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि जो कॉज ऑफ डेथ है उनका मरने का जो कारण है, दैट इज़ दैट ही कुडेंट अफोर्ड दैट द शॉप, जो हाफ पार्ट ऑफ द शॉप है, इज सोल्ड टू समवन एल्स. एंड इमीडिएटली आफ्टर इट ही एडेड, डू यू वांट सम बूट्स, बाय होल्डिंग अ लेदर इन हिज हैंड एंड सेड, इट्स अ ब्यूटिफुल पीस. ना वो बस यही बोलते हैं और फिर तुरंत कहते हैं कि आपको कुछ और नंबर ऑफ बूट्स चाहिए. Then the author bought several pair of shoe or boots, and they were of good quality. And after that, John Galsworthy went to abroad. Now, वो कुछ pair of shoe खरीदते हैं, उसके बाद John Galsworthy went to abroad. वो बाहर दूसरे देश कहीं चले जाते हैं. Moving on to the next slide. Now, and the first time that Mr. Gessler John Galsworthy visited Mr. Gessler's shop was when he left. अब क्या होता है कि when he came back to London, अब जब वो लंदन के होते हैं जॉन गैल्सवर्दी, when he come back to London after a year, he saw that मिस्टर गेस्लर की शॉप पे सबसे पहले जाते हैं शू वगैरह खरीदने के लिए. Then he saw that when he left, that was a year before, when he left to abroad, a foreign country, some other country, he saw that Mr. Gessler was approx 60 years. देखने में वो 60 साल के लग रहे होते हैं. But when he came back, he saw that it's looking like he is of 75 years. अब वो 75 साल के लगने लगे, वो एकदम से इतने बुढ़े लगने लगे. And there is a word that is used in the second line. You can see that he's 75, pinched, worn, and tremulous. What is the meaning of tremulous? Tremulous means shaking slightly. वो धीरे धीरे कांपने भी लगे हैं. He has started shaking. At first even Mr. Gessler couldn't recognize him. अब पहले में तो Mr. Gessler को भी वो पहचान नहीं पाते हैं कि क्या ये Mr. Gessler ही है. Then author said, Mr. Gessler, oh, your boots are superb quality. Could you see while I was in abroad, I wore them and it doesn't seem like I have worn half of it. Now, Mr. Author, that is John Galsworthy, says that could you see they are superb, इतने अच्छी क्वालिटी ये हैं बूट्स कि मैंने जब मैं अब्रॉड था मैंने पूरा टाइम यही बूट्स पहने, तब भी ऐसा लगता ही नहीं कि मैंने इसको आधी बार भी पहने हुए हैं, ज़्यादा पहने ही नहीं हैं. There is a word that is used, splendid. What is the meaning of splendid? Splendid means superb, that the boots are of superb quality. He looked at my shoes, which were made up of Russian leather, and then again he became still. Then he touched my instep and asked whether they fit you here. I remember that I had problem making this pair of shoe. Now he says कि जब वो बोलता है ना कि मेरे शूज़ इतनी अच्छी क्वालिटी के हैं, मैंने इसको आधी बार भी पहने ही नहीं है, ऐसा लगता है. Then what? Mr. Gessler उसके शू को देखता है and those shoes were made up of Russian leather. रशियन के चमड़े से बनी होती है, जो रशिया से चमड़ा आता है. And they were of very good quality. He remember. Now what happened? जब वो ये बोलता है तो मिस्टर गेस्लर उसके शू देखते हैं और फिर से हट जाते हैं अपना और उसके इंस्टेप उसकी पैर की उंगलियों को छूते हैं. आज कि आपको यहाँ पे दिक्कत तो नहीं हो रही है, क्योंकि मेरे को याद है जब मैं ये वाले बूट्स बना रहा था ना, मेरे को थोड़ी सी दिक्कत हुई थी. बट द ऑथर assured him no, they are beautiful and they are perfect. उसको कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं है. Then he asked, do you want many boots? I will make them quickly. As there is a word that is mentioned, slack dime. I can make them quickly. It is a slack dime. Slack dime, D-I-M-E है वो बेटा, मतलब है उसका slack time. So he says that do you want more pair of shoes? Mr. Gessler उससे पूछते हैं कि आपको और चाहिए, मैं और जूते चाहिए, so that I can make them quickly. अभी मैं बहुत खाली हूँ. Slack time मतलब होता है when someone is not having many customers, he is not too busy. That is the time when it is considered as slack time. Author said, yes please, I want all kind of boots. Mr. Gessler said, I will make a fresh and I think your foot is of big size. Then he traced the foot. Then he asked, did I tell you that my brother is dead? Now what he says, ठीक है, तो मिस्टर ऑथर कहते हैं ठीक है बना दीजिए. Then वो उनके पैर का साइज लेता है, पेपर पे प्रिंट लेता है, and while taking the print वो उससे पूछता है, did I told you my brother is dead? में क्या मैंने आपको बताया था कि अब मेरा भाई मर चुका है? So the author says it was painful to watch Mr. Gessler and he was also so weak and I was also glad that I was able to get away from the shop. अब वो फटाफट ऑर्डर देते हैं और वहाँ से निकल जाते हैं because it was very difficult for the author to see Mr. Gessler in so much pain, in so much grief. I had given those boots up, author says now, कि मैंने तो उम्मीद छोड़ दी थी कि अब मेरे पास वो शूज़ जो मैंने ऑर्डर दे के आया हूँ, पेयर ऑफ शू आएंगे भी, because he saw, I told you that ऐसा लगने लगा था कि अब वो 75 years के हो गए instead of 60 years. But so author left the hope that those boots will come. But one evening a parcel came to him. He opened that. There were 4 pair of shoes. He tried them all and there was no doubt in finishing. As I told you, उनकी क्वालिटी इतनी अच्छी होती थी, उनको एकदम फिट इतना बढ़िया आता था that he tried all of the shoes. जो भी उन्होंने 4-5 पेयर 4 दिए थे शायद, वो सारे उनको देते हैं. वो सारे ट्राई करता है, ऑथर ट्राई करते हैं, एंड ऑब्वियसली द फिनिशिंग वॉज सुपर्ब, द क्वालिटी वॉज ऑसम. सो बट वॉट हैपन, ही फाउंड द बिल इन वन शू एंड द अमाउंट वॉज एज यूजल. जो वो एक बिल मिलता है उनको शू में, और अमाउंट एज यूजल होता है, जितना आता होता था, जितना पहले वो पे करते थे. बट इट सीम्ड समथिंग डिफरेंट वॉज देयर, समथिंग शॉकिंग वॉज देयर, दैट ही यूज टू नेवर सेंड द बिल सो सून. वाई डिड ही डू दैट दिस टाइम? दैट द ऑथर वॉज अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड वो कि वो भैया कभी इतनी जल्दी बिल तो नहीं भेजते थे, बट इस बार ऐसा क्या हुआ मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा. Then the author went downstairs, jotted down a check पे अपना नाम वाम जितना भी अमाउंट होता है, and he himself posted that check. अपने आप से पोस्ट कर देते हैं मिस्टर गेस्लर को. I hope it's clear till here. Moving on to the next passage. You can see the image of John Galsworthy here. Then a week later, I thought to tell him that boots were amazing, but when I went to the shop, the name of the shop was gone and still there was black riding shoe on the window. Now what happened कि वो हफ्ते भर बाद सोचते हैं कि लाओ मैं जाता हूँ, ज़रा उनको बता देता हूँ कितनी अच्छी क्वालिटी बूट्स मिला. हो सकता है इसलिए भी जा रहे हो कि he can confirm that he has received the check that he has jotted down and signed. So he went to the shop and he saw that there was no board of Mr. Gessler. अब वहाँ पे Mr. Gessler का कोई भी नाम नहीं होता है, and अभी भी वहाँ पे black riding shoe पड़े होते हैं. There is a word that is used is sooty, SOOTY. Sooty means black. That means black color of shoes were still there. Yes, which were of good leather, and the top of the shoe was covered with cloth. जो ऊपर का भाग होता है शू का वो cloth से covered होता है. I went in and again the two shops were now in one. As I told you कि एक shop पहले बिक गई थी और अब एक shop Mr. Gessler के पास थी. But this time what happened that both the shops were now compiled up into the one shop, and there was a English face. एक Englishman होता है, and the author asked him, Mr. Gessler, and the man gave him a strange look. वो उसको ऐसे टेढ़ी नज़रों से strange look देने लगता है कि वो Mr. Gessler क्यों पूछ रहा है. There is a word that is mentioned, that is ingratiating. Ingratiating means to bring oneself to favor. Now it seems like the white man wants to bring himself to the favor, and he asks, no, we have taken the shop over but we can serve you. कहते हैं हमने अब दुकान खरीद ली है बट हम भी आपको सर्विस दे सकते हैं. Then the author asked, oh okay, but where is Mr. Gessler? Where is he's gone now? The Englishman replied that he is dead now. वो भी मर चुके होते हैं. He further says dead, but अभी तो मैंने हफ्ते भर पहले इनका ये पार्सल मेरे को रिसीव हुआ है. How can he be so how can he be dead so fast? अभी तो भैया पार्सल आया था, इतनी जल्दी कैसे मर गए? Then he says, yeah, that's shocking, but poor man starved himself. वो अपने आप को starve करते हैं. What is this meaning of starve? Starve means भूखा रहना. And the doctor, now the white man also added कि जो डॉक्टर है that the doctor is telling that ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बस एक रात भूखे रहे और मर गए. He starved himself since a long time. वो धीरे धीरे भूखे रहते थे, बहुत कम खाना खाते थे, and he kept on working, काम करते रहते थे, and he was alone. He took time to so अब वो अकेले काम करते थे पूरे शू शॉप में. So it took time to deliver the shoes, and what happened due to this, he lacked the customer. He lost many of his customers. So अब customers नहीं आ रहे तो पैसा भी नहीं आ रहा, orders में नहीं आ रहे. So this is what happened. Now he added, he also never advertised, made do all जो भी वो करते थे अपने आप करते थे, कभी भी इन्होंने advertisement नहीं किया, and everything went in rent and leather. And he didn't have a penny in the house. जो भी था उनका सारा रेंट पे चला गया. लेदर भी नहीं बची, मतलब सॉरी, जो भी था वो रेंट में चला जाता था. पैसा जितना भी वो कमाते थे, जो बचता था he used to buy leather from it, and not even a single penny was left at home. अब उसके घर पे बिल्कुल भी पैसे नहीं बचे थे. Then the Englishman said, but he made good boots. अब Englishman ही बोलता है, but he was a good person, he used to make good boots. And author John Galsworthy also added him that yeah, he used to make really good boots. Now what at the last you can see that the author turned himself, वो पीछे मुड़ता है, and he started to go out, that so that Englishmen could not know. It was very hard for now. It is mentioned that and I turned and went out quickly, for I did not want that youth to know that I could hardly see. Who are youth? The young generations are considered as youth. So now the author says that I turned, I took a back, मैं जाने लगता हूँ, because I don't wanted to show the Englishmen that I couldn't see the absence. जो मेरे को absence दिख रही है Mr. Gessler की, I don't want to see. I was so disheartened, मैं इतना टूट चुका था to see that Mr. Gessler is no more. So I hope it's clear. This was all in the chapter. It's all about quality. Like we can see that in today's world, quality बहुत कम लोग provide करते हैं, and those things are too expensive. So how Mr. Gessler were devoted कि no, if we will be providing any service to our customers, we will give that service that is extremely good and that has a quality जिसकी worth हो and people can wear it for long last time. So I hope this chapter is clear to you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.